So, maybe you're like me and you've been playing Stonemachia, having a great time with it, but there was that one achievement that's been eluding you. No, not the dance party, it's the blood vessel fight. And yeah, if you're like me, there's a decent chance you were about ready to pop a damn blood vessel trying to find this thing. But not to worry, I have an answer for you. At least now, they patched it in to where there's a guaranteed spawn point for it. However, no one was really quite sure where it was. Well, here's what we gotta do. To find it, you need to go to the Oozing Blood Abyss. So, it's actually going to be right next to the first checkpoint, the Depths of Despair. However, you won't really be able to get to it because it's blocked off until you've made it to the Cathedral of Shattered Light. There is a barrier blocking the way. So essentially, we're just going to need to play through the Abyss normally, up until the point we fight Mikaim. Now, I'm not 100% sure if you need to beat Mikaim or Behemoth or any of those bosses to make this fishing spot spawn, but as far as I know, you could probably do this as soon as you come here. That being said, it's not exclusive to this fishing spot. You can also just get lucky with other places. I've heard it has a higher spawn rate in Navilia, but I had zero luck with that. So, what we want to do, when you reach the checkpoint right before the Mikaim boss arena, you want to head off to the left, and there's these little fish dudes with legs. Ignore them and go on down. You're going to see a ramp that, honestly, you'd be forgiven for missing. But there's also one of those barriers, and what's there is one of those weird mouth monsters that was like Cleric Uziel Phase 1. You're going to need to kill it to lower the barrier, but that gives you a checkpoint back to the very first one and also makes the entire level this big interconnected loop. And there's also a bait here in case you need some. There is the Stone Ray who says he feels like he's fading away, and he has vague mentions of the vessel, but that's about it. What we care about is this fishing spot right here. To my knowledge, this is actually the only fishing spot in the entirety of the Oozing Blood Abyss as well, which makes this kind of the fishing boss of the area. You'll know you've caught the boss whenever it gives you the boss fishing challenge, which is where the little catcher window is much smaller and the meter moves much faster. If you're having trouble hitting RB or right bumper or whatever fast enough, I'd honestly advise trying to use your pointer finger and your middle finger and just alternate between tapping those. It's a lot easier. Anyways, you do that and you suddenly get into the boss fight here, and yeah, you have the blood vessel. Now, I will warn you, if you're coming here before Mikaim, this guy's probably going to kick your ass, because as far as I can tell, this dude is scaled for pretty much the end game, but I'm also level 83 at this point, so there's not much he can do to me. Now, I will warn you as well, the boss has two phases, one where the fish head is exposed and then one where it's just the monster beneath. The fish head phase is probably the easier of the two phases in most cases because he's a lot slower and less mobile, but after that it's Shockwave City, and also get ready to take a shockwave to the face like immediately. But yeah, that's pretty much all you need to do to access the blood vessel. And just in case you're wondering, it is very easy to replicate. I don't know if it's a 100% spawn rate, but it is very close. It's like gotta be at least 90% or so, because I tested this 3 times in a row and I got the boss fight 3 times in a row. In fact, I'm showing here me killing the boss and then me going fishing again, and you're going to see I'm going to fish it up and we are going to have another boss fight against the blood vessel. So there you go. For anyone who's been having trouble finding this damn thing, this is actually the easiest way to do it. It's pretty reliable from what I can tell, and I don't believe there's any sort of restrictions upon story progress. My guess would be if there is any sort of locks on there, it'd probably be something like beating either Mikaim, Ophanim, or the Behemoth. That would make this fishing point spawn, but I don't think there is. Otherwise, you can still find them through RNG randomly, but just don't count on it, because I've heard people fish hundreds of times and have no luck, and I was one of those people. Anyways, that's all I've got for this video, and I'm just going to leave you with the footage of the boss fight.